Good Monday morning, mamas. I am so excited to be back with our Monday Mom Minute. I'm Heather Sullivan with Lydia Photography, and you might recognize our guest. Lydia Tate from CWJC, Christian Women's Job Corps, has been a guest before. We're going to chat a little bit more about her mom journey and just how CWJC serves our community and mamas. So, welcome.
Thanks, Heather.
I'm so glad you're here. So I know last time we visited, somehow I totally skipped over your mom's story. Like, I don't even know why. And so I know you have older boys like I do.
Yes, so. I do. I have older boys. So I have a 20-year-old who is a junior at Baylor, Sick and Bears, and I have a 16-year-old that will be 17 in 2.5 weeks. Yeah, oh my so stars! Fast, yes. And then a 15-year-old, and the 15-year-old and the almost 17-year-old are sophomore and juniors at Waco High.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have
all 3 boys.
Yeah. So, and being a mom of boys and a mom of teenage boys,
like, special.
Special.
We get a special club.
Yes. It's very different. You think that the 2s and 3s are hard, and then you become a mom of teenagers and you realize, wow, this is a different kind of hard.
It's a different level of hard. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and I'm starting to understand that children are a different level of hard. So I just think it comes with every journey. There's this hard space that we think, oh, this couldn't possibly be more challenging, but then the challenge just shifts differently.
Changes, yes.
You know, I was actually talking with a group of moms today, and we were talking about, like, ages 8 to 10. Oh, those are the golden years, like, right? Where like it's just fun, and you get to do all the things.
They're independent. They're a little bit
independent, not in diapers, but right before the attitude hits, and so, But I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
But it's still special. Like seeing your children.
All of it's just amazing and wonderful.
Seeing
and I have
their personalities
boys.
develop.
Yes.
And seeing them learn life lessons, right? They can kind of be hard lessons sometimes, but you see them learn life lessons and embrace those challenges and overcome. Right. And so it is just an encouragement to our mamas with younger kiddos that in each, at each stage there are challenges, but there's also joys, and I think that's the fun part of being a mama.
The whole adult kids thing. There's so much joy. There's just so much to be grateful for, and so many different wonderful moments of feeling like you won, and like there's this win here and this win here, and this guy got a job, and this and he was able to pay his car insurance, and like all these unusual wins. I mean, I'm still paying car insurance for three people, but well, 2, almost 3 people. But but there's so many wonderful moments that it's great. It has its challenges, but each stage feels that way.
Well, we know each other through Women of Waco because we support CWJC, and the reason you're here today is really just to tell us how CWJC serves our community and how it can impact moms. Because I don't think when we talked before, we did kind of focus on that, and I think that was an important aspect that we could just share a little bit more about. So give us that.
Oh man. Just what we've built at CWJC is a wonderful community of women who are there for the purpose of engaging their professional development in whatever way, shape, or form that works.
Right.
So whether they are getting their GED through our classes, or whether they are getting their resume looked at and working on their resume, whether they're looking for a job, need a job, want to do interview skills, need to get, even to go to our partners and get clothing, like we can hook them up with that. And then even like computer skills and computer classes, mini workshops. I had somebody today who's like, hey, could I help train in this particular sector with you guys? And I was like, yeah, that sounds amazing. Let's work on a workshop for that. So just anything that we can do to propel that professional development forward so a woman can realize what her goals and her dreams and her needs are for her family. And it's not just family. It's single moms and single ladies too.
Right.
We have a lot of single women who come to us, and women who don't have families who come to us. But predominantly, what we see is single mothers looking to be in the workforce in a deeper way, and they're looking to achieve those dreams, and especially that dream of getting that GED is a tough one to conquer.
And I think that's powerful. We say this all the time, I think, about women empowering women. I think that's on one of your new shirts.
Oh, yeah.
And we love that. It's important to know that, hey, even if I have been a stay-at-home mom for a while and and now my life situation has changed and I need to get back out in the job force, that could be a resource for moms. Like you say, a single mom that needs that extra support to kind of help her along the way. And I think that what CWJC does is super powerful, and I'm so thankful you guys are part of our community. And I did notice, as I've been following you on social media, that you guys are actually even posting job opportunities. And so that struck me as really important. I know right now there's been, we've kind of had a life change with my husband retiring, and job opportunities have kind of been on my radar. And so seeing that and thinking, oh, here's a resource that's kind of already culling through things and giving me some highlights about jobs. So tell us just a little bit more about that.
Yeah, well, on our social media feeds, so we're under CWJC of McLennan County on Facebook, and specifically on Facebook, we're running a weekly job picks. And so one of our team members, Paula, who runs our testing center, so we have this wonderful, I'll talk about that in a second, but so she is pulling job picks from the community, just emails that we get on a regular basis from the chambers, from other partners, from all these other places, and she's researching and doing those things and finding those job opportunities, pulling them into Paula's top 3 picks for the week. Awesome. Right now there's a job fair that's posted. Now, when this drops, it might be done, but there's a job fair up there. There's another job opportunity and another placement agency that's up there right now, I think. I'm not really positively sure what's up there, but it's our way of, hey, these are the things that are out there right now. This is what we noticed this week that caught our eye, especially if there's a job fair. We try to get the job fairs out there as fast as we can. So she's picking those every week and putting those out to the community, and that's a great way for you just to connect to, oh, I didn't know this was a possibility. But then the other part of it too is that, let's say you are a stay-at-home mom and you need to get that resume going, and you've got all these experiences. I mean, let's face it, moms, we do a lot. We have a lot of skills in our back pockets from being a stay-at-home mom. I was a stay-at-home mom for a long time, and those skills are useful in the workforce, and we just need to figure out how to sell ourselves. And sometimes that's half the process, is becoming confident in all of those skills and abilities that we have, not just from being a stay-at-home mom, but I mean volunteerism. You might be at home with your kids, but you're also active in your churches. You're also doing all these other things in the community. Active in your schools. I mean, maybe you're in the schools helping out the teachers and things like that, or whatever it is. Like, there's ways that you can use those things to help bolster your skills and get yourself back into the workforce, even if it just takes a little bit of, this one certificate over here, or this one training over here, or being really strategic about your networking and getting in the community in that way. So there's ways that, we had one lady that, I'm rambling now, but we had one lady who, she'd been cleaning offices for years and years and years and years and years, working for a big organization, cleaning their offices forever and ever. And she's like, I'm tired. I don't want to clean offices anymore. My back hurts. I'm a middle-aged woman, but I want to run offices and help people. And so we put her in touch with a job shadowing opportunity where she's working with a mentor on a regular basis to develop those job skills that she needs to beef up that resume. And then she's helping out another organization in the process of that. And so she's able to get the skills on site, work with a mentor to develop those skills, and she's working on her typing and all these other things with the mentor. And then now she's going to build that resume out to where she can flip the switch, get from the insides of the office, cleaning everything, to the front of the office, managing
which
stuff.
is amazing.
Amazing. But just that, how do you do that? How do you get out of that one space that you feel stuck in and leverage yourself into the other space, right? And so we've got a few really awesome workshops that help do that and help, figure out what you want to do. Because if you've been out of the job force for a long time, what do I even want to do, and how do I even get all the way there? So there's just these marvelous ways that we've tried to bring those things to the community and really to help moms and their families get the upper leg on top of getting back in the workforce.
So I did want to talk, because you kind of briefly talked about it, but I know that's something that you shared because this is a newer aspect of CWJC, that you've become a testing facility. So tell us about that and like how would that possibly serve us?
Really cool. So this all kind of got started out of pandemic life where we didn't have a resource for having a space for our GED students to test because everything was closed.
Right.
And so we started doing online testing within our own walls, and then it just morphed into us becoming a certified testing center. We wrote some grants, made it happen, and now we have a testing center for not only to serve our students who are working on their GEDs and trying to finish their GED testing, but it also serves the community with professional testing. So if you're looking for a real estate license, for a social work license, for teacher certification, for computer security certification, anything like this that you could do in and around the world that is a Pearson certified test, we can deliver that professional exam now, and it's a revenue booster for CWJC.
That's awesome.
Which is awesome, you know?
Yeah.
And so we've been able to fill the testing center regularly, which we, shameless plug, we can't do that without proctors. So if you're interested in a spiritual retreat, boy, do I have a deal for you. But, we that, as much as we can keep that open with proctors, with people sitting there and watching people take tests to make sure nobody's cheating, we can open that up even more for the community, maybe even have testing on the weekends and in the evenings and things like that. But it's been a great space for our GED students in particular to be able to study and learn in that space and then just test right down the hallway.
Yeah.
Game changer, takes all that anxiety out and allows them just to test in a really safe space.
So maybe you're not the mom that needs to come in and have you're established in your career, you already have those resources in place, and you don't necessarily need CWJC's assistance in that way. What are ways that we as women or moms, whatever that case may be, can actually serve CWJC?
Yeah, I said shameless plug because of the proctoring, but there are so many ways that you can volunteer. We actually have just a host of opportunities, from teaching a class. So if you're in particularly gifted with teaching, or you're a retired teachers absolutely love teaching with us because they just walk in and teach and that's
there
it.
You go.
And it's great. And then so from teaching, we have various subjects: math, science, social studies, language arts, that we've got to fill for the GED credits, plus computer courses, writing courses, all those sorts of things. There's all these spaces that we would need teachers. And then tutors as well. So we have people who come in and work one-on-one or even in group tutoring with our students, not only during class time, but also on off season. So we had summer tutoring over the summer, things like that. We have a Bible study. So if you wanted to teach Bible study or be a part of that group, we have personal development groups. If you wanted to come and do a presentation for personal development groups, we've got that resource. Then we have our mentors. Our mentors are really amazing. So they walk alongside our students and just help them just stay accountable and stay encouraged, So, hey, did you make it to class today? How was it? Do you need anything? How can I pray for you? That sort of thing. Really powerful journey where our mentors get to partner with our students. And in particular, sometimes we just need a mentor to walk alongside of our student while she's looking for a job, because it's such a discouraging space. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys have walked through unemployment or even just underemployment, because that's usually the case, is that you're employed, but it's just not good enough to meet your needs. But that space can be super discouraging and long. Long. It can take forever. And so having a mentor check on you and, hey, how's this going? Have you thought about this over here? Oh, I saw this job post over here. Would that work for you? That sort of thing. Having somebody just to kind of come alongside of you. So our mentors can be really, really powerful agents for change in our community too. And that's any woman. Any woman can be a mentor, a tutor, a teacher, and we have guys that tutor and teach with us too. And then proctoring. Proctoring is new for us. So with the testing center, we have to have somebody who sits in the seat and makes sure that people don't cheat. Well, I am booking it as the best silent retreat ever. Y'all, okay, so true confessions of an executive director, right? What? Every once in a while I'd be like, hey, Paula, can I get 15 minutes in the testing center today? Because I just want to go sit in the silence. And be quiet.
That's nice.
And be still.
Yeah.
And what happens, and it's like a miracle, it's not like a miracle. It's a miracle. What happens is I stop and I watch these beautiful people take their test and click on their things. And I'm just sitting there watching and being still. And about 3 minutes in, I take a little index card with me and a pen. And about 3 minutes in, after my brain has decompressed for 3 minutes, here comes the to-do list. Like crazy. And it just starts pouring out of me. And it's just the best 10 to 15 minutes of my life. And then she'll walk back by and she'll be like, "Are you done?" And I'll be like, "Yes, thank you for the little mental break." And then I go back in my little office and finish doing what I'm doing. But I'm telling you, like, talk about just silence and focus and just getting to serve without feeling like you're having to do a lot. Spend an hour in the testing center and just decompress your brain. I'm like, it's the best spiritual retreat ever. Yeah. You can pray. You can finally get through your prayer list.
There
like,
you go.
You could listen to an audiobook. Like, there's things that you can do and just sit there and just, like, have a hot minute for yourself. Like, if you're a mom of toddlers and you need to get away from your toddlers, I just gave you
your answer.
The best idea ever. Like, take the kids to grandma's and come over to the testing center, and nobody will bother you. It's fantastic. You can't look at your phone. Like, you can't be texting people. So you have this great excuse to just, like, turn it off and power down. Whew, so good. It's so yummy. Okay, so that's proctoring. I probably just sold proctoring way too hard. Yeah. But anyway, so teaching, tutoring, mentoring, proctoring, and then just helping out. Like, office help, administrative help. You can be the check-in person. You can be the sticker fairy. Like, there's all kinds of little things that we do. We need cleanup help on a regular basis. So there's all sorts of smaller things that we can do, like, administratively, to just help things run smoother. Yeah, I think I hit it off.
Yeah. And so if that's something like that kind of resonates, like if you're thinking, wow, this really is an amazing program, this is an amazing thing, I'd kind of like to know more about being involved, they can reach out, because there's all these ways to be involved. And then it's something for everybody that is great. So I know that it's actually, we already are kind of past the time to create baskets and all those things, but we do know that your Baskets of Hope is coming up. Yeah. And that this year is a special anniversary.
Oh, yay. It's our 20th anniversary, you
guys.
That's
amazing.
Oh, it's awesome. Amazing. We've been around since 2003.
That's amazing.
Just doing great work with women in the community. And we're celebrating that in every way that we can. Our annual fundraiser, Baskets of Hope, is on September 19th. It's a great time to think about GED scholarships, too. So if we're past September 1st and Baskets of Hope is already on its way, you can still attend by getting a ticket. You can still help out by volunteering at the event. And then you can also donate a GED scholarship. And what that does is help us provide everything that our women need to get their GED. It's $200, and it's a fantastic way just to feel like you did something really, really fantastic for the women in our community. We had 143 students in 2022. Wow. And if you can imagine, I mean, our cost is over $200 per person to do this.
Right.
And we do all of this for free. Everything that we do at CWJC is 100% free to the community. It's 100% free, friends. So you don't pay a dime for your testing, for your books, for your supplies, for anything, even for resume coaching. And so for us to do that, $200 a person for a scholarship is actually really affordable. Right. And that provides us with the opportunity to serve women at a really high level. But it's a really great opportunity for us to provide those services, and that scholarship helps offset some of our costs.
And if $200, if that's like, okay, well, right now I can't do that, then you could always go in with a group of girlfriends, because you would be women supporting other women. Absolutely. You could, a church group or anybody could go in together and actually make that difference. Absolutely. And so I think it's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being here again. I think CWJC is powerful in our community, and I am so thankful for everything you do to support women in our community. And I know you guys are gonna hop on and figure out a way that you can serve at CWJC or utilize those resources, because I think that they are fantastic. And that's what this is all about, is making sure you guys know what is available in our area, because sometimes I don't know that we don't know. That's not communicated, and to realize, oh, if I'm struggling with this, there is a resource, there is help. So thanks again, and I'm gonna sign out for the day. So see you guys next Monday.